Will Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man show up in Avengers Secret Wars? Let's talk about it. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the recently revealed Avengers Secret Wars and Avengers Kang Dynasty, but focusing on the Secret Wars movie, which seems like it's going to culminate and finish off the entirety of the Multiverse Saga at the end of Phase 6. But before we do get into how Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield could show up in this movie, then make sure to subscribe and also make sure to hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you do not miss any more videos in regard to Spider-Man when they come out on the channel, recovering all stuff from San Diego Comic-Con from freshman year and the possibility of Spider stuff happening in other Marvel movies as well. So with that being said, let's get straight into the video. So first of all, we have to understand what Secret Wars actually is. Based off the comics, we know that Secret Wars is a story centered around Reed Richards and Doctor Doom, who we assume will be the main characters of this film. And also by the confirmed Phase 6 slate, which includes Fantastic Four, Avengers the Kang Dynasty, and Avengers Secret Wars, it most likely will be the case that this phase is centered around the Fantastic Four, as it starts with the Fantastic Four and will end with Secret Wars, which will most likely be a story, as I said, revolved around Doctor Doom and Reed Richards. So we know that this film will be a film about the Fantastic Four mostly, but it will also be a culmination of everything that has come before. And if Avengers Endgame was a culmination of everything, well then, if that's the case, then Secret Wars has to be the culmination of everything and everything outside of the MCU as well, including Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and other Marvel characters outside the MCU as well, like the X-Men, etc. And with the idea in mind that they're going to be going bigger and better than Endgame, since the multiverse is the step forward for a bigger culmination event, it has to be that other multiversal characters and variants do show up in this movie. So with all this context and information in mind, there is no better opportunity for Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire to show up in the MCU or another movie as Spider-Man. And another piece of good news is that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire have both said that they will come back to the role and are open to come back several times if the story is right. We know that Tobey Maguire has said that he is open to come back to play Spider-Man, as well as Andrew Garfield saying that he's in love with the character and he would love to come back to play him, obviously if the story is right. Which is great news, isn't it? Well, it isn't all great news, because then this leads on to the cons, in which this could be the downfall of them coming back to play the role. You see, like I did say, they said that they would only come back if the time is right and if the script is right. But if you're going to be doing Avengers Secret Wars, a story that is already focused around Reed and Doom, and then you have to throw in all of these other characters, like for example the Avengers, you have to throw in the rest of the Fantastic Four, potentially the X-Men at this point in time if they've been introduced into the MCU, you have to deal with the Doctor Doom stuff and his story, maybe the Beyonder is a character at this point, and then obviously you've got all the other multiversal characters, potentially Ghost Rider, you're going to have Blade in there as well, maybe Wesley Snipes' Blade, you're going to have potentially a bunch of Sonyverse characters as well, maybe even Venom and Morbius, so all of these other Marvel characters coming to join this one movie potentially. Where is there going to be room for Andrew and Tobey's Spider-Man to have a story, to have something to do in this film? And that's what I worry about. I worry about that they're just going to be in there for just a giggle and a cheer. You know, they're not going to have that story that they had in No Way Home. Especially in No Way Home, they got given the story that they deserved. Andrew Garfield got the redemption for his character after the death of Gwen Stacy. Tobey Maguire got to redeem himself by not letting Norman die for a second time. But they're not going to be able to have those moments in Secret Wars. Obviously, if this is like a 3.5-hour film, then you know what, maybe they might. But it's very unlikely that every single character is going to have some kind of arc, mini arc, or little B-plot, and I definitely think that Andrew and Tobey aren't going to be high up on that list, since they are not at all, any way, shape, or form going to be any of the main characters in this film. Heck, even the MCU's own Tom Holland probably won't even have that big of a role in comparison to the likes of the Fantastic Four. So what hope do Tobey and Andrew's characters have of having any story whatsoever? And that's my only worry, that they'd only be coming back to come back for the sake of it and not actually do anything in the movie. And that's where I think the negotiations between Andrew, Tobey and Marvel Studios potentially might fall apart due to them looking for more to do in this film. They're both passionate about the character, and you could tell by their performances in No Way Home, and I'd hate for them to have to come back and do absolutely nothing and just show up in the costume for 1 or 2 scenes. But obviously it's very early doors and we don't really have that much information in regard to Secret Wars at this point in time. The least we have is a direction for the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forward in the Multiverse Saga. However, I do think that if there is an opportunity for Andrew and Tobey to return as Spider-Man for one last time, this is definitely the best opportunity that we're going to have, unless at some point down the road Sony pulled something out of the bag as well. And with Madam Web happening, they might just do so, but at this point in time, as far as we know and with all the information that we have, Secret Wars is probably the best opportunity that they're going to have at coming back as Spider-Man. But whether they will, with the points that I made, who knows? Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you think about this? Do you think that they would return in Secret Wars? Do you think they'd have much to do if they were to return as Spider-Man in Secret Wars as well? I want to know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. You can check the description for awesome No Way Home merch, including t-shirts and Blu-rays, and you can also check the channel store if you're interested in buying some of my own personal merch. And with that being said, make sure to hit a like on this video if you enjoy, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you do not miss any more videos on Spider-Man. We're going to be covering all of the information from everything from Comic-Con, and we cover all the news from the games, the movies, and the shows as well, so make sure to keep up to date with all of that. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and peace.